Commander Vexthorian's mandibles clicked nervously as the human ambassador extended her hand. The gesture, this handshake, had been explained during first contact protocols, but knowing and doing were vastly different things. Ambassador Rebecca Morrison, the human said, her lips pulling back to reveal those disturbing white calcium deposits they called teeth. A greeting gesture, the xenobiologists assured him, not a threat display. Commander Vexthorian of the Galactic Council, he responded, carefully wrapping his primary appendage around her soft, warm fingers. The humans were the newest species to achieve faster-than-light travel, and this meeting would determine their place in the greater galactic community. The conference room aboard the neutral station housed representatives from all 12 council species. The Zafrani floated in their atmosphere bubbles. The crystalline Karathi hummed at frequencies that made everyone's bones ache, and the gelatinous blob, nobody could pronounce their actual name, quivered in what passed for excitement. "We've reviewed your biological data," clicked Subcommander Terex, his antennae twitching with barely concealed disgust. "Your species consumes dihydrogen monoxide in vast quantities. Do you understand this substance is a universal solvent?" Rebecca smiled wider. "We're aware. We're actually composed of about 60% water." A collective shudder ran through the room. The Karathi's humming increased to an alarmed pitch. "There's more," Terex continued, pulling up a holographic display. "Your atmosphere is 21% oxygen. Pure oxygen. The same substance that causes metal to corrode and feeds combustion reactions." "Well, yes," Rebecca said, seemingly amused. "We breathe it constantly. Can't live without it, actually." The blob rippled violently and retreated toward the far wall. Vexthorian raised a diplomatic appendage. "Surely these are just adaptations to your homeworld's unfortunate conditions. With proper environmental suits." He was interrupted by an alarm. The station's hull had been breached by pirates, the Ravagers, a mixed-species crew who preyed on diplomatic vessels. They burst through the door, weapons raised. "Nobody move!" Their leader, a Zafrani in an armored atmosphere suit, commanded. "We're here for the Council's data cores. Cooperate and—" A plasma bolt struck Rebecca in the shoulder. She stumbled, her hand flying to the wound. Green blood, no red blood, began seeping between her fingers. "Medical team!" Vexthorian started forward, but Rebecca held up her other hand. "Stay back," she gasped. "All of you stay back." The pirate who'd shot her laughed. "Weak newcomers. Can't even take a—" His words cut off in a scream as a droplet of human blood splattered onto his exposed tentacle. The flesh began to bubble and dissolve. Rebecca pressed herself against the wall, trying to contain the bleeding. "I need you all to evacuate. Now." But it was too late. Drops of blood had hit the floor, and the metal began to hiss and smoke. The pirates backed away in horror as the deck plating started to dissolve. One of them stepped backward into a small puddle of the crimson liquid and shrieked as it ate through his boot. Then his foot. What are you?" the pirate leader gasped. Rebecca's translator struggled with her bitter laugh. "We're humans. Our blood has a pH of 7.4, contains iron-based hemoglobin, and is packed with antibodies, white cells, and about 30 different proteins that are apparently toxic to every species in this room." The pirates fled. The council members pressed themselves against the walls, as far from the expanding pool of blood as possible. The station's automated systems began sealing the breach in the floor, but the damage was spreading. "Get me a human medical kit from our ship," Rebecca called out weakly. "And nobody, absolutely nobody, touch me without hazmat protection." Later, after human medics had treated their ambassador and neutralized the blood with something they casually called baking soda, the council reconvened in a different room. "You're telling us," Vexthorian said slowly, "that your species bleeds acid?" "Only to you," Rebecca replied, her arm in a sling. "To us, it's just blood. But yes, our bodily fluids are apparently lethal to carbon-based, silicon-based, and energy-based life forms alike." The council exchanged glances. A species immune to their own acid blood, who breathed corrosive gas and drank universal solvent. Welcome to the Galactic Council, Vextorian said finally. We'll mark your medical stations very clearly. Rebecca smiled. We'll bring our own bandages. The day humans joined the galaxy was the day everyone learned that the most dangerous species were the ones who considered concentrated acid perfectly normal to have pumping through their veins.